Now, most people think that they know the best places to visit in Chicago, like the Sears Tower or Millennium Park, but what if I told you that there's a side of the city that's filled with skyline views from secret beaches, hidden museums, and $10 meals that taste like $1,000,000? In this 2-day itinerary, I'm going to show you how to experience Chicago like a local, all on a budget. Ready? Let's go. Or let's go. How's my Chicago accent? Anyways, let's begin. Start your first day in downtown Chicago with a visit to the McCormick Bridgehouse and Chicago River Museum. Now, this hidden gem is located at the southwest corner of the Disabled Bridge. Here, you will find a museum that's located inside of a historic bridge tower that showcases the rich history of the Chicago River. Entry inside will cost you $8. There's a link left in the description below where you can purchase these tickets from. Now, upon entry, you're literally going to climb through the bridge's mechanical tower while you're learning how the city's famous movable bridges work along the way. Climbing to the top floor is an absolute must, as this offers one of the best and underrated views of the Riverwalk and Michigan Avenue. It should take you between 45 minutes to an hour to see all that the museum has to offer, and the doors don't open until 10 a.m. It's still going to leave you plenty of time in the morning for more exploring. If you're visiting during the months of May until October, you might be lucky enough to catch one of the bridge lifts in action where they open to let sailboats through. Either before or after all that exploring, head across to Wildberry Pancakes and Cafe for some breakfast. It's located across from Millennium Park on Randolph Street, and it is just the perfect breakfast spot where all the locals love. Here you're going to find some of the most amazing pancake selections, all for a reasonable price. Grabbing a portion of the Berry Bliss pancakes and a cup of coffee will run you about $16, but it is well worth it. And it'll have you fueled up for the rest of the day. Opting for a seat near the window will give you some of the best views of Millennium Park. Spend the rest of the morning strolling back along the Eastern Riverwalk headed toward Lakeshore Drive. Along the way, you'll find many different attractions. Some of the more notable ones are Vietnam Veterans Memorial Plaza, which is a great place to stop and admire the famous memorial. You'll also find the Riverwalk Gateway mural, which showcases Chicago's history in a pictorial journey starting with the explorations of Marquette and Joliet way back in 1673, right up until the present day. Take a short break and sit on one of the many benches that are located down the Riverwalk. This also gives you a great chance to take some photos of the city skyline from down below. Now, a cheaper way to see the city from the river is by taking a ride on a water taxi to Chinatown. Boarding at Michigan Avenue's dock, you can take a short scenic ride down the river while admiring the views from a different angle. A ticket should cost around $6. Located only a short walk away from the Chinatown dock is Lao Szechuan. Here you'll find a restaurant known for bold, authentic Szechuan flavors and large portions. Their weekday lunch specials come with soup, rice, and an entree. You can expect to pay between $9 and $11 US. A must-try while visiting is a portion of their Kung Pao chicken. After lunch, Chinatown is a great spot to stroll around and walk off some of that amazing food you just ate. The Square Plaza, which is only a 3-minute walk away, offers a chance to look at some of the murals and Zodiac statues. There are also many small gift shops in this area, so be sure to take advantage if you wish to buy some to take home. While you're in this area, an absolute must-visit is Ping Tom Memorial Park, which is one of Chicago's most beautiful and underrated green spaces. Again, it's only a short walk away from the plaza. This cultural design is influenced by traditional Chinese architecture and is home to a Chinese-style pavilion. This is also free to enter and is a great alternative to Millennium Park. Now, you can either spend some time relaxing on the grass and admire the city skyline, or you can make your way to the CTA station and head off to the next attraction. Taking the Red Line north from Cermak Chinatown Station for one stop will bring you to Roosevelt Station. From here, you'll need to take the Pink Line westbound to 18th Street, which is 2 stops down. This will leave you with a 5-minute walk before arriving at the National Museum of Mexican Art. It's located on 19th Street, and admission is free, but donations are always greatly appreciated. Here, you should plan to spend between 60 to 90 minutes so you can see all that the museum has to offer. This under-the-radar museum features traditional and contemporary Mexican art and is one of the most important cultural institutions in the U.S. This museum is a celebration of Mexican identity, heritage, resistance, and resilience through art. Many visitors to Chicago tend to skip here, so fewer crowds are expected, which is always a plus. As you wander through the many different galleries and collection rooms, feel free to take photos, but please be respectful and turn off the flash. After exiting the museum, the cultural activities, they don't stop there. Take a stroll down 16th Street, which is only a few blocks away. Here you'll find a stretch of road under an old elevated train track, which has become one of the largest public mural corridors in the Midwest. Not only are these murals beautiful, but they also tell stories of working-class people, both past and present. There are many key stops along the way, but two to mention are the Declaration of Immigration mural and Against the Grain by Sam Kirk. Now for the evening, we're going to head north to Wicker Park, take the pink line back to downtown, and then transfer to the blue line at Clark Lake. Once you're on the blue line, the stop that you'll need to exit at is Damon Station. A short walk from here on Northwest Avenue is Sultan's Market. This is a perfect place to grab a quick evening meal that's super budget-friendly. Inside, you'll find a casual Mediterranean spot that's beloved for crispy falafel wraps, lentil soup, and an enormous salad bar. You can easily pick up a quick bite to eat here for around $10. For the rest of the evening, spend some time exploring some of the hidden gems that Wicker Park has to offer. The 606 Trail is an elevated walking path with stunning views of the city. Along here, you'll also find some more murals for you to admire. There also are many books and vinyl shops around here, so if you want to pick one up, this is a great time to do so. If comedy is something that you're into, then an improv open mic night might actually be the perfect way for you to end your first evening in Chicago. Some of them cost as little as $5 to enter, and you might even find the odd one that's completely free. Most of these are in the Old Town, which is a 20-minute journey away from the CTA. Now, here are some tips. Traveling around Chicago on a budget is quite doable thanks to the city's public transportation and walkable layout. Traveling via the CTA, or called the L locally, is the most convenient way to travel. It can be a bit slow sometimes, though. Don't think it's like a bullet train. A great tip would be to get a Ventra card, and this can be used for both trains and buses, and it makes traveling around way quicker and easier. A set fare of $2.50 per ride is the standard fee for most trains. Now, if you plan to use the trains multiple times a day, then a day pass is absolutely the most cost-effective. A day pass for one day, it's only $5. That's great value. The red and blue lines are the most common lines used by tourists, as these will cover most of the major attractions. Divvy bikes are another great way to explore the city, as these offer you more freedom. Downloading the app, that's DIVVY, it'll allow you to find bike stations and it'll give you access to unlock them. There's a flat fee of $1, that's it, $1 to unlock, and then you'll be charged 16 cents per minute of usage. Just like the trains, you can purchase a day pass for $5 also. Chicago's got two major airports, O'Hare International Airport and Midway International Airport. Downtown can be accessed by both via the CTA. O'Hare will take about 45 minutes to reach downtown and will cost you $5. The trains run 24/7, so no matter what time you arrive at the airport, you'll be able to travel into the city. Follow the signs for CTA trains, and then hop onto a train on the blue line, and that'll take you to Clark Lake Station. Midway, it's slightly different. The orange line is the line that serves the transport down into the city. Tickets for this train are a little cheaper, coming in at $2.50 each way. Travel time is around 25 minutes. Visiting Chicago in either late spring or early fall is the best time when traveling on a budget. Generally, there are less crowds, which makes it a more pleasant experience to explore, and accommodation is cheaper than what would be in the summer months. The weather at this time of the year is also quite mild, which can make long walks around the city more pleasant and enjoyable. Hotels located in the South Loop area are perfect for people traveling on a budget. They've got plenty of cheaper hotel options in that area, and it's located close to Grant Park and many of the museums. High Chicago Hostel or Travelodge by Wyndham Downtown are also two great options to consider. Day 2. Now, Day 2 of this short but action-packed trip to Chicago starts with breakfast at Emerald City Coffee. Located down on West Wilson Avenue, this laid-back coffee shop serves up some of the best coffee in the city while offering filling breakfasts. Grab one of their biscuit breakfast sandwiches and either sit in and relax or get it to take away. The first destination of the day is a 35-minute walk from here, so be sure you get fueled up for that journey. Montrose Point Bird Sanctuary is only a few minutes walk away from the bustling city, but here you'll find a peaceful nature sanctuary that's uncrowded and one of the best-kept secrets for a photo shoot of the city skyline. This free-to-enter sanctuary has plenty of things for you to see. The Magic Hedge Trail is the perfect location for bird watching as it's lined with wildflowers and quiet pathways. There's also the Montrose Pier, which allows you to walk out over Lake Michigan with stunning views looking back over the city skyline. There are also plenty of beaches for you to sit down and relax and take it all in. You can also spend the morning walking down the beach, and if the weather's nice enough, you might do some sunbathing. aim to spend about 90 minutes around Montrose Point before heading off back into the city to do more exploring. From the uptown area, jump onto the CTA Red Line for about 25 minutes. This will bring you back into the heart of downtown Chicago. Located on 727 South State Street is the famous Art of Pizza. This place is awesome, guys. This is another hotspot that's loved by locals, and here you're going to get a generous slice of cheese, stretchy, sauce-loaded, deep dish Chicago pizza for a fraction of the price that you would pay at some of the tourist traps. One slice of their sausage pizza, it's only going to run you about $7, which, it sounds pricey, but hey, you gotta see the size of these things. As someone who grew up near Chicago, I can also say if you find thin crust tavern-style Chicago pizza, that's also a must-try. That's one that the locals really enjoy. A short 20-minute walk from here is one of the most famous landmarks in all of Chicago, Cloud Gate, or also known as the Bean. Now, this is the shimmering, futuristic heart of Millennium Park, and arguably Chicago's most photographed spot. Standing at 33 feet tall, this polished stainless steel object offers stunning 360-degree selfies and some of the most surreal skyline reflections. It also looks completely different depending on what time of the day it is or even what type of weather it is. While you're visiting the Bean, it's also worth looking at Millennium Park, which is located in downtown Chicago and is a vibrant modern urban space filled with art, gardens, and free public events. Take a walk around the Lurie Garden, which is a beautifully landscaped area inside the park which offers a nice and peaceful escape from inside the busy city. Depending on when you decide to visit, in the months surrounding summer, there's usually a free concert or a movie night hosted within the park on some nights, so be sure to take a look. Now taking the CTA Blue Line from Washington Station for around 15 minutes will bring you to our next destination, the Center for Intuitive and Outsider Art. This is a small museum unlike anything else in the city. It celebrates self-taught artists, many of whom worked in isolation or outside traditional art scenes. Inside, you'll find many pieces of artwork made from objects, deeply personal journals and visual narratives, and often strange and unsettling installations. The staff here are very passionate and happy to explain more about the artists. Aim to spend about 1 hour in here, as this will cover all of the major parts. For the evening, we're heading back up north to the Asian Quarter. Take the CTA Red Line back north and exit at Argyle Station. That'll bring you on a very short walk away to Tank Noodles. Here you could feast on an enormous bowl of pho or try a grilled pork platter in Chicago's Vietnamese neighborhood. Prices here are very budget-friendly. You can pick up a meal and drink for around $20. After that, take some time to explore around this vibrant neighborhood that offers a different insight into how other cultures live in the city. The rest of the evening is spent watching the sunset at Kathy Osterman Beach. Known as Hollywood Beach, it's one of Chicago's most underrated waterfront escapes, and it becomes truly magical at sunset, making this the perfect location to spend that final evening. Here you'll find panoramic views of Lake Michigan's horizon, with the sun often setting behind downtown. It makes a truly awesome view, and it's a perfect way to wrap up your 2-day adventure in the Windy City, Chicago. If you enjoyed this itinerary walkthrough, then go ahead and click that video on the screen right now to see how you can explore more cities from around the world. See you in the next one.